Back to the Birdies and Bourbon show. Dan, all I got to say is Bucky Fowler. I mean, we should be talking about Keegan and his 5th PGA Tour win, but I don't know.
Where's the fun in that?
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you get all teary-eyed, you get all emotional on me. By the way, I did bring something to drink just in case you do that. So what are you sipping on today, by the way?
Wild Turkey 101.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm enjoying one of our Maker's Mark's picks.
Oh, nice.
From last year at the Open. So it's almost got that baby done. So we'll see how it pans out through the rest of the show. It may be done by the end of the show. I may be done by the end of the show. I don't know. So hold on, before we get into Keegan. So I want to start dropping the optimal lineup for the week. It goes as this: Keegan Bradley, obviously the winner at $8,900. Andrew Putnam at $7,600. Viktor Hovland at $9,500. Ricky Fowler at $7,400. Hayden Buckley at $6,800. And Emiliano Grillo. I wish I would not have used him in a one and done earlier, a week or so ago, at $7,700. And you could own all 6 of those guys for $47,900. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good lineup there, and I think we're going to see a lot of these folks showing back up. Some of the other names that you could have gone with that probably would have still gotten you there. Sahith Theegala at $8,700. Cam Champ at $6,800. I feel like Cam's one of those guys. Either he's in it and he's top 10, or he's out of it. So.
Dude, we were talking about him so much during the show last week. We said this is the event that he pops with. This is his popper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Some of the other value: Lee Hodges at $6,700, Bo Hostler at $6,700, Adam Shank, Wyndham Clark still playing really well. Who else is kind of out there? Hoagie looked good, but the optimal lineup for this week would have been Keegan, Putnam, Javi, Buckley, and Grillo. So there you have it. Unfortunately, I did not have that lineup built. I did cash one. And more importantly, 2 weeks in a row, Dan, Keegan Bradley plus 3,300. I'll post it. Go to our Instagram page, birdies_bourbon. You'll see a picture in our story later on. Keegan Bradley plus $3,300. And that wasn't the only bet. That's the only one I'm going to talk about. But that's the only. That's not the only bet that I hit this week, but that was the big one. That's the big one.
Those are called meatball picks. The best I've ever tasted.
Give me two.
Give me two.
I don't know how we're going to fare this week. I do have a couple. I've already made a couple of bets. So the one guy that I think Keegan is slated to be here. I don't know why he would be here traveling from Japan, coming over. I'm thinking that, maybe you set this one out. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is somewhere you show up at, because I think once again, we're at a 78-man field and no cut event. So you're showing up and you're going to get to play all weekend. So we'll see where that goes. But here's who I want. So congrats to Keegan. Great win. I don't know if you listened to his presser afterwards, but really solid, really humble. You know what I was thinking as I was listening to that? I was thinking, man, if that was Justin Thomas, he would not come off like that. He would come off in such a much more anyway. But I mean, I thought Keegan came off as absolutely sincere and heartfelt. The camera's following him around. He's got got the mom and the wife on FaceTime congratulating him. I think it was 2 or 3 a.m. I don't know. It was late here in the U.S. for them to jump on, but but good for him. So again, I think it's been 4 years since his last win, and chalks up 5. So hey, watch out, Morikawa. Keegan Bradley may be taking your Ryder Cup seat.
Big win for Keegan. Big win for Michael Jordan. Big win for FaceTime. No free ads.
FaceTime, no free ads. Duly noted. Here's who I do want to talk about, though. I want to talk about Bucky.
Can I get one real quick?
All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm not.
You and I have been to. We've been to a lot of golf events, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. A lot of times it's one of us going and we're communicating with the other and we're texting back and forth. I'm going to go on the record and say that golf tournament cell coverage is usually pretty much shit. So do they just amp the Wi-Fi for these guys? Is this staged? Because I never get reception like that when I'm at a golf tournament.
Well, it was in Japan, so that could have had something to do with it. I'm just saying. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know that I've ever been able to FaceTime at a golf tournament. I mean, I'm barely getting texts out, for crying out loud, and it has nothing to do with how much I've had to drink. No. It is 100. Okay, it's 99% cell service issues. 99%. Okay, I want to talk about Bucky.
I know
Bucky looked good. T2, 14 under. There were a couple times it looks like, hey, I mean, the back nine, I didn't watch it all. I kind of caught some highlights, but what I saw, the back nine was pretty kind of hum-ho. Not a lot of action going on until maybe like the 17th. I think Keegan makes a long putt. I think it looks good on 18, but Bucky finished him one stroke back. Got a new caddy, new man on the bag. We've got a new old coach. He's back with Butch Harmon, and Ricky plays. So here's the caveat: is Ricky plays really, generally speaking, Ricky travels really well. And if you watched any of the interviews, he was talking about his Japanese heritage and his fondness for the country, and he's just happy to be there. So I think there was a lot of, I'm going to say, residual energy that kind of came along with where the event was at and what the event was. But I mean, he looked good out there. We don't have any strokes gain data on that one, just because of what, again, where it was and how it was sanctioned, if you will. But he looked good. I don't know. You think he's back, or do you think not yet?
Is it a dead bounce or a bull bounce? I think he's back. I think we saw Spieth go through this a couple of years ago where he was really at the bottom of the barrel and we had to redo the swing, and he's still doing things with the swing. We've seen people do this where they have their peaks and valleys, and Ricky's been in a deep one for a while, but it all started with some swing changes, and it seems like he's kind of back on the right foot with it. So I can hope only the best for Ricky. It's great for golf. And I want to see him. I want to see him compete. And I want to see him win a major, or win a major. And I think it's great. I'm looking forward to it. So far this season, great stats. So that's all I can say is I think he's back.
So far this season, we've already seen Ricky Fowler more this season than we did all last season.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's going on? What am I missing? I mean, I get that he's going to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting into the CJ Cup on a sponsor's exemption. But I mean, when's the last stretch? Let me make sure let me go to our friends over at Fantasy National. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. The Zozo, the Shriners, Fortinet. So he had a break between the Fortinet and the Shriners, right?
I think so.
This is going to be 3 weeks in a row. When's the last time we saw Ricky Fowler play 3 weeks in a row?
It's been years. I don't know. Maybe
it's been a while.
It's
been a while since we've seen Bucky show up at 3 golf events. And I guess
that's a good song.
It's been a while. I mean, it's not one of my favorite. Now I'm going to have that in my head. God,
every time you think of Ricky Fowler, it's been a while. We like that guy. What was it? Aaron Lewis or something like that, right?
No, it's isn't it Creed? Isn't that Creed?
I think it was Aaron Lewis.
I don't know about all that. Way to pregame. Way to bring up shit that I don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like Creed or
Stained.
Yes. There you go. Well, I was close. Creed, Stained. I mean, it kind of sounds the same if you drink enough.
It's true.
If I drink enough and slur just right, you could kind of confuse one for the other. So I don't know. Hey, hit me again in like 10 minutes and let's see where I'm at.
Exactly.
So congrats on having Bucky back, man. I'm liking this. I'm liking this Bucky Fowler action. I think this is going to be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
What else is happening in golf? Oh, I know what else. I thought my game was gone. I thought I was giving it up. I thought I just, it's since I blew my knee out a year or so ago, I didn't know what was happening. But now now that I'm a champion on the LIV Tour, Dan.
Yeah.
Why can't I play more golf? Why aren't there more golf tournaments for me to play in? That's paraphrased by one Brooks Koepka. And what's going on? When's the last time you heard Brooks Koepka say he wanted to play more golf? Probably the last time he won, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so Brooks closes out the win in a playoffs. This weekend I felt like this was one big LIV weekend, actually. And to be honest with you, I watched a little bit of it yesterday. But I didn't watch any of the LIV up until yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where they wind up at next year, next season. Cause I think we're heading to Doral next, right? Yeah. And that's going to close out the season. And like, what's going to be the hype machine? Like, I mean, think about the PGA Tour, right? I mean, you had, so prior to COVID, you had Tiger Woods, right? And without the Tiger, I don't know what you really had. But so you had COVID, you had the comeback. Then we've got the duel between Koepka and DeChambeau. And then you kind of springboard right into the whole LIV chatter and banter. And I mean, that's really what kept kind of LIV in the forefront, I think, at least, was all the noise from the media. And if that's not there, I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, it's I guess I thought they were supposed to have some big signings coming off of the Tour Championship.
So did I. Yet to see them.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe some, they're figuring it out. I don't know. But yeah. So speaking of LIV news, who made this quote? I have never had an interview with that person.
That would be Mr. Phil Mickelson.
On his comments about his conversation with Alan Shipnuck, he said he has never been interviewed by Mr. Shipnuck. I mean, he wrote a book.
He did write a book.
In the book, he states a lot of stuff that Phil said. So what am I missing here? If Phil's saying I didn't have an interview, and Shipnuck saying I got this information directly from the source, being Phil Mickelson, how's that correlate?
I'm guessing that Phil is referring to the fact that he didn't have an official interview with Alan Shipnuck, and that the quote they're referring to and the stuff they're referring to is a conversation, but it wasn't an interview.
So what you're saying is it's never off the record. It's always on the depending on how juicy it is, it's always on the record.
No, I don't think it's always on the record. I think it's always on the record unless you say it's off the record. And I don't think Phil said it was off the record. And I'm sure that Alan probably had a recording of it. So he never said it's off the record, then it's not off the record.
You think he
and by the way, this is off the record.
Exactly. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell your friends. But what you should do is you should hit the like button. You should subscribe to the show. And we just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram at birdies_bourbon. So head on over and check it out. Yeah, I got what did I do? I got ordered some new glasses. I ordered some travel Glencairns. This isn't it. But I ordered some, they're like stainless steel, so I can take them with me. Because every time I put one of these in the suitcase and I get there, the whiskey tastes like glass every time I drink it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, they don't travel well. But these stainless ones, they're going to travel real nice, Clark. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I guess kind of splitting hairs on the Phil thing, but I totally get and understand and see where he's going with that. You know what I think it really is? I think it's an ego thing. I know Phil's the everyday common man's man, but that's only perception. That is not reality. And I think that Phil's probably a little bit Embarrassed probably isn't the right word, but I think he might feel like he got kind of one-upped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion. What do I know?
I don't know. Could be. I think that, with Dusty's comments last week and then Phil and Brooks, I think they're having a ball over there. I don't think any of them care. Do you?
No, hell no. No. I don't think. I think Phil only cares that that Shipnuck kind of got one over. He's not worried about the whole golf thing and not playing on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I mean, he's washed up anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's that him winning the PGA Championship at Kiowa 2 years ago. I mean, that was kind of like, you ain't going to see that shit again. So, DJ, even though he's winning, I mean, he's kind of in the, he's approaching the winter years of his career. Koepka, as injury prone as he is approaching the winter years of his career. So we're going to need to get Vince McMahon back on the phone and get some hype, get the hype machine built back up. Or I think this LIV thing could be, I think it could start to derail.
Yeah.
And then people are, it's like, holla back, girl. So it's kind of the way I see it going. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right.
So can we stick with the LIV stuff for a second?
No, why not?
Speaking of,
talk about it for hours.
Speaking of, Brooks Koepka, I don't think this is covered by many news outlets this week, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know. I'm going to go to this. I got to share some screens here for a second.
Heard it here first. Breaking news.
It's not breaking news. I mean, because this was on a talk show.
What's breaking to me? I have no idea what you're going to talk about.
Perfect. Awesome. So this week on Bill Maher.
Oh boy.
In real time with Bill Maher, he said the new rule, I think it's called New Rules or whatever. There was a little segment, and we had a LIV golfer that got in the segment, and it was who wore it better. And it was Jena Sims posting some photos of her getting ready for her wedding.
Somewhat provocative. I will say the top is there's a lot more material in the top than there is in the bottom.
Correct.
She doesn't look like she needs a lot of material, by the way. However, it's very provocative, and so I did see this. I didn't know this is where you were going. I thought we agreed that we weren't going to talk about this kind of stuff on the show.
I'm sure.
And if you're just listening to the pod, you should probably go hit us up on YouTube. Yeah, like it. Don't like it. Or, well, actually, yeah, don't like. Even if you like it, you can still not like it. We don't care. Any interaction helps. It helps to keep bourbon in the glass. So, sorry, Dan, go ahead. Anyway,
there's a photo of her getting ready for her wedding. And then the next photo, of course, is the groom, which would be Brooks, in his underwear. So Bill Maher goes to, he talks about this for a second, and then he says, he's talking about, he did not pronounce Koepka's name right. I mean, who can, right? I mean, even I can't do it. You can't do it either.
What did he call him?
Koepka, something along those lines. Yeah, something along those lines. And he said, oh, well, look at the fiance. He said, who wore it better? And then he said, I'll tell you who wore it better. Mark Wahlberg.
and a very good golfer, mind you,
and a very good golfer, and he probably didn't even know he was making a golfer reference. 100%.
If Jena sees this, I mean, there could be some trouble here.
There's gonna be some trouble.
I might as well go ahead and just finish that bottle.
Oh boy. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. It kind of popped up on the show. I haven't. Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
I liked it. I did see the picture, and there are multiple pictures, by the way. I know you weren't screwed, but you can. There's multiples. With the audience agrees. The audience agrees that the pictures were fantastic. Where is Dixie when I need her? Where are you, Dixie? Yeah. Okay. In breaking news.
More breaking news.
The dynamic duo could be on the verge of a split.
It's true.
Could be Splitsville for one.
We're still talking about Brooks Koepka and Jena Sims, right?
No. I'm moving on. Stick with the pro. Have another drink. Stick with the program. I'm talking about Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas. This little match made in Jupiter.
Yep.
Well, it could be that there could be a little something happening. As I understand it, Jordan Spieth found a new partner at a charity golf and pickleball event.
Yep.
Now, before we get into this, Dan, I want to know, have you ever played pickleball?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. The only thing I picked is my nose. So no pickleball. I don't even know if we have pickleball in it. I've never even seen pickleball in Tennessee. In Georgia, I don't know. I'm still kind of on the probably not. So I do know what it is. I've seen it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like the tennis reference, right? I mean, maybe they listened to the show and they heard the reference to Jack and tennis and Tiger and tennis, and maybe they said, "Hey, let's take up a little pickleball match." What I really think is happening, I think his partner, Scottie Scheffler, is wooing him into. There you go. I think Scottie Scheffler is wooing Jordan Spieth. I mean, there's a Texas connection there.
There is.
I think he's wooing him away from JT, and we could see some new pairings come some of these match play events. So
the good news is that Jordan Spieth and Scottie Scheffler are leading the FedEx Cups in pickleball.
You got to be leading in something. By the way, I like Jordan Spieth this weekend. That may be. I may bust him out early.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's actually going to play this weekend. He might have a pickleball tournament.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Did Jay sanction this, or did he say that anybody that goes and plays pickleball can no longer play on the PGA Tour?
What I did hear is LIV now has a pickleball court at each of their tournaments. That's what I heard. Allegedly.
And Bryson's doing longest pickleball drive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fastest serve, maybe.
Do you think
look at the ball speed on that thing?
We're going to get to the CJ Cup eventually. I think. I don't know. Maybe I may be drunk by the time we get there, and then it may be all shit. I don't know. Maybe I'll say who I'm betting on, because that seems to be the only thing I'm getting right now. But what do you speaking of Bryson? So we just saw Koepka pop, right? And I mean, and I say pop, I mean that loosely. I mean it loosely.
Yeah.
When's the last time? I mean, Bryson was at the Long Drive Championship in Vegas a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't see. I mean, if you don't follow Bryson on his social media, I didn't see shit about the Long Drive Championship. I heard nothing about it.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, is Bryson like over and done with?
The last thing I saw from Bryson that was compelling was when he got wrapped up in the rope.
That's called the limbo, Dan. It's a dance. It's actually a dance.
Oh, now all LIV events have the chain smokers and limbo events.
Yeah, and pickleball. You get to listen to pickleball as you're pickleballing. He's 29 years old. Yeah, I don't know that may be the last we've heard or seen of Bryson.
How much do you think that the Saudis are going to trying to pay Jimmy Fallon to get a LIV player on the show?
I'll think about it. If there's going to be one, who do you think it's going to be?
Koepka.
Only if he brings Jena.
He could bring Jena, or he could bring Bryson. You pick the date.
Ooh, is it Fallon that does the little, they get on the little three-wheelers, the
what's the one that JT was just on?
No, I know, but is it Fallon that used to race the little kids tricycle around through the thing?
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Okay. I think we get Koepka and Bryson racing the little, I'm trying to think of what the big wheels, the little three-wheel peddler thing. I think that would, that'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty good.
I don't know. Maybe they are. They may be trying to get those guys over there.
Oh, they're trying hard. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. What else is happening in the world of golf? We got to talk about the CJ Cup at some point. I'm not trying to rush you there.
It's a big event for the CJ Cup, man. It's right here in our backyard over at Congaree. And what I'm seeing online from some pictures of the course, it looks incredible. So I'm really excited about that. It was a fun week of golf, a really fun week of golf. We got football going on. We got baseball going on. We won't talk about that. But no, it's a fun time of the year. This is a great time of the year.
Oh, all right. Before we get to the CJ Cup, you want to talk a little football first?
No, I don't. No,
okay.
I do. Of course
perfect.
I do, but not really. I really don't because
okay, perfect. So the good news about the Dolphins,
the Miami Fowlers,
they're gonna have Tua back this week.
Yes,
I just picked. Here's how shitty my team is. My fantasy football team, and I only do one because I got too much shit going on. But the one that I do, it's so shitty. I just picked Tua up as because I've got Matt Stafford. Hence why my team's so shitty. He's on a bye next week, and I had to pick up somebody, and it's a 12-team league. The best thing I could come up with was Tua. So I hope they get things reined in, and I really had high hopes for what the Finns were doing.
Yeah.
They didn't look good. But now they're is it the offensive line? Is it the D that's just that is it a bad plan going in? I mean, what's happening? I mean, they've cycled through 3 quarterbacks now, and I think Tua is probably on the verge of like one bad hit and he's out again.
I don't know what's going on with the Dolphins. I will say that there have been some Jim Carrey sightings down in Florida, and we're 100% behind trying to find this dolphin. We're going to find Snowflake again. Snowflake will be back this weekend. You trust me. We're going to find it. We got the best on it. That's all I can say.
All righty then.
But hey, Falcons are doing pretty good.
Okay, so the other reason that I only have one fantasy football team is because I do a pick'em league. So every week you pick every game and you assign the point 16 down through. I think we had 16 to 3 points this week. Holy shit! A bloodbath, not in a good way for me, laying in my own bile. I got destroyed because of course I didn't pick the Falcons to win. Of course I picked the 49ers I figured pretty handily. And then, no, Falcons. 2 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes or something. I mean, they had them on their heels the whole game and they just couldn't pull it together. So now I'm really screwed.
Yep.
Because now I have no idea what to pick and who to go with. But I'm glad they won. Good for them. Well, here's what I want to know. So when it comes time for Jets, Finns, because Jets are
pretty good.
I'm not saying they're legit, but the record looks good.
Yeah. They've had a lot of good drafts.
What do you think? I think they've
had a lot of good drafts.
They have.
I think if we saw the 2 of the first couple of games, I think we win. But I mean, the Jets are they're good. It's right now. I mean, the front runners in the league are Bills and Eagles, right? Those are the teams to beat. So
Bills they lost the first game, right?
Yeah, the Dolphins beat them.
Yeah, and then Eagles undefeated. I don't think the Eagles
are undefeated. Yeah. Good teams. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
One more thing. Can we do one more thing before we move on? I forgot to do this before the show. We can do
dozens of things.
Okay.
All
right. We'll talk to the audience for a second while I find this.
So here's what I want to know. Heading to Bandon Dunes in the first week in December. Leave a comment. What's your favorite course to play at Bandon Dunes? We're going to be there for a while. So we're playing all of them. We're playing 36 a day. We're going to play the short course. We're going to go to the putting range. But leave a comment. What's your favorite course at Bandon Dunes? And we'll pick somebody. Maybe you'll get one of these new glasses, one of these new travel Glencairns. I'm definitely taking some of those to Bandon so we can enjoy them wherever we're at. We don't have to worry about it breaking.
You ready? Have you seen this news?
Okay. So here's what hold on. That was posted by Birdies and Bourbon, huh?
Well, I retweeted it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the same as saying plagiarism, isn't it?
I just retweeted.
No. I know you gave him credit. I'm just giving you our time. So yeah. So for those of you that are just listening, what Dan has up is he has a picture of Jonah Hill. If you don't know who Jonah Hill is, he's the not skinny guy in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
no, it's good. Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
He is it now. I don't know if this is real or not. I mean, I know it's floating around. I don't follow Jonah on any socials, so I don't see anything that's coming out of him. This is all coming from golf folks. It's coming from reputable sources, though. Not any Mickey Mouse stuff like this. I mean, this is Golf Digest and golf.com. I mean, this is real media outlets. And Jonah Hill is gonna play John Daly in a movie.
Yeah. Bad boy of a golf.
I didn't know Hill was a golfer.
I don't know if he
Hey, but now he threw down pretty good in Wolf of Wall Street. So I know he's a drinker and a partier, and look at the face on that guy. Clearly he's a gambler. Clearly he's a gambler.
Clearly. Yeah. And he was in Moneyball, did a great job in Moneyball.
Moneyball was good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
no, I'm gonna love him as John Daly. I think I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be great.
So good. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good, man. I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah. I don't know who's directing it, and I that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at that and I'm going like, I don't know. Because the next thing I saw was, I think PGA Memes posted it. It was a picture of Patrick Reed, and it said now, and coming up next, it's Rosie O'Donnell portraying Patrick Reed in a biopic or whatever. And so, or biopic. I don't know. I know the Patrick Reed one is total bullshit.
Right. I think this one has some merit to it. I think it actually could happen. Yeah.
I think it could. I mean, I can say I've seen him in a movie where he had his hair dyed blonde, I think, before. Early on.
War Dogs or something like that.
I think. Yeah, something like that.
Like that. Or it was it might have been the remake of the Johnny Depp high school thing. Shoot. Well, 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah. Oh, now that could have been. Yeah. All right. Hey, you're quit distracting me, Dan. We're trying to get on to more important things like betting. Let's take a break for the people that don't want to listen to all that shit that we just talked about. And I'm gonna have to get another bottle because I've already drank this one.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe no. Yeah, she gone. And yeah, we'll talk about the CJ Cup. Be right back.
Okay.
We are back, and we are heading to South Carolina, just outside of Savannah, Georgia. I'd give you the town, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to know where it's at unless you live in Aiken, South Carolina. It's not Aiken, by the way, but it's in Ridgeland, and we're heading to Congaree. And I think this is going to be a fun one, Dan. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. I mean, this is going to be this may be the best field that we've seen since the start of the new season.
Yep.
Let me, if you'll allow me to recant,
please.
This is the best field that we've seen since the beginning of the new season. This is probably one of the most interesting golf courses that we've seen for the beginning of the new season, and maybe one of the most unique that we'll see for the rest of the year. So Congaree is a Tom Fazio design. What's some course comps? Pinehurst. If you think about when we played Pinehurst and this, all the
absolutely
all the waste bunkers that are lined. Kiowa, absolutely. Summit Club, where they had the CJ Cup last year. I think this is the 5th year of the tournament. This will be the 5th location that they've had the tournament at. And the last time and only time that we saw Congaree Golf Club on the PGA Tour was at the Palmetto Championship. I don't know, whatever they called it. And this was back in 21 when we got, I mean, everything was still kind of shut down and maybe just coming back, and they added this in because they wanted to highlight the course. I think there's one member, because there has to be a member to the private club. And I believe everybody else is I'm going to call them guardian members, but I think there's one official member. Everybody else is, ambassador kind of set up. So here's where we're at. 7,655 yards, maybe just a bit longer. Par 71. This is, it's going to be weather right now Dan, I know you're a little bit north of me, and you're definitely a little bit north of Congaree, but I think that we're going to be dry, man. I mean, it's not cold. Mornings are nice and crisp. Afternoons are warm and sunny. I don't see a lot of rain coming in. I mean, this is going to be it's going to turn this golf course into something that's worth watching, because I mean, greens are going to be lightning fast. I think all players are going to be able to get to every par 5. There's one par 3 that's over 200 yards. So I think we see more of the same of kind of what we saw last week at the Zozo Championship. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I think this Fazio design is going to be something else. And again, if you want course comps, Pinehurst, Kiowa, Summit Club. I think Quail Hollow is probably a good one to look at, which makes Rory McIlory extremely attractive. But I think we're going to have lightning fast Bermuda greens. I think the ball's going to play a ton. I think off the tee, driving accuracy is going to be pretty heavily weighted for us. Looking at this one, there's really no rough. The rough is you're in these waste bunkers. And yeah, of course, there's some there's some nasty stuff in the waste bunkers, and ideally you're going to want to play from the fairway, just like you would always want to. But I think this is I think it's going to be another bomber's paradise, man. And it's going to turn into one of Jon Rahm's favorite events.
It's a good point. It's a good
fucking putting contest. And why wouldn't you?
Putting contest. Yep. Hey, real quick, can I ask you a question about the Zozo?
You can.
So you said that, and we've seen like a lot of Zozo winners go on to play well at the Masters. Did you place any bets after last week?
I did not place any bets after the Zozo.
But it's a good comp though, right?
It's a great comp. Yes. But I'm not betting Keegan. I don't know. I don't have that much confidence yet. I think he's going to look good in the DraftKings lineup this week. Because it's a no-cut event. I think he could get hot. I think when we're talking, we got a cut. And I don't know. I'm probably not there on Fowler yet for the Masters.
So no heavy leans given that. Okay. All right. Just check.
No. Zozo didn't do anything for me from a Masters perspective. However, okay. I mean, it is something to look at and think about.
Okay.
All right. Let's head over to our friends at Fantasy National for the CJ Cup. And let's see where we're going to get into here. I'm going to pull up you pull that one up, Dan. I'm going to pull up another screen or two. That way we got some things we can kind of compare.
All right.
And let's see where we start out at.
11,100, Mr. Rory McIlroy. Then Jon Rahm, Scotty, JT, and that's it for the $10,000 and above range. So only 4 guys up there. You starting one up there?
So, well, hold on. Before we start into that, before we look at this, I know you've already set yours. What do you have the round set on? 24?
Last 24. Yep. On Fantasy National. Yep.
You think that's fair? Or you think we ought, because what's being captured? You think we ought to go to the last 12, or you want to stay at 24?
I can change it. This is the default, but I'll change it.
No, we can stay at 24 if you want to stay at 24.
Let's go to 12.
No. I mean, I want to look at like what you hot. What you hot.
All right.
Boy. Yeah, that's glaring and staring right there. I don't know that he can get it done.
Who?
Well, so I sorted by strokes gained total.
Okay.
And the first guy I'll screw things up. So let's stay where we're at. Let's stay with I don't know if you're starting somewhere. Where are you starting? I mean, everybody's. Rory strokes gained tee to green looks really good. I guess you could kind of look at this and say maybe it's a. No, you can't. I mean, it's definitely. So Quail Hollow, I think, is a good comp here, and I mean Rory, plays really well at Quail Hollow. So there you go.
You can't go wrong in the $10,000 range, but if I'm just gonna sort it, it's gonna be Rory and Scotty first.
So Scottie at 13% probably becomes the most attractive
Do you
player
think
there.
he has tennis elbow yet, though? I mean, could, right?
Dan, vernacular, pickleball elbow.
Pickle elbow.
Pickleball elbow.
No, keep going. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're gonna confuse people. Have you been drinking more than I have already?
I hope so.
Are they paying you more than they're paying me?
Definitely not.
Okay, so yeah, I think if I'm going to get bet in the $10,000 range, I mean, I'm with you. It's hard to get away from anybody up here. I think the course sets up really well for just flip a coin.
Yeah.
I think it's ownership at that point, and it's, are you playing the chalk or are you not playing the chalk? I think with this week, once we get into the 9, 8s, and even 7s, even $6,000 ranges, it looked good. And from last week, who was in Keegan, Putnam, Javi, Ricky? Nobody. No, the optimal lineup last week, and I believe the optimal lineup from 2 weeks ago didn't have anybody from the elite range in it. So that's something we're trying to put together, and that way we can see and we can start kind of to fade and lean. Like, is it the chalk that's leading? And we're talking DraftKings right now, or is it this more kind of balanced lineup where you're kind of getting the best player from each category? So I think for me, it's Scottie based on ownership right now, and I'm moving on to the $9,000 range.
I'm with you there. Yeah, absolutely.
Of which is a little, it's a complete hypocritical statement, because I'm probably going straight to Sungjae Im at 20%. I think this thing looks, I think it looks good for Sungjae. Let's see where we are. And I may not, I've been drinking, so sometimes I waver. Let's see. I don't know. Sungjae, when they played here last, where did Sungjae come in at? I think he was 35th at 3 under. He opened with a 75, so didn't have a good opening day. He bookended with a 67, which wasn't low round of the week, but it was pretty good. Yeah, okay, scratch that one. Probably not Sungjae. I mean, he's just coming back. I think Sungjae travels well, and I don't know that he's going to be tired or going to have any challenges. I mean, all in all, I mean, these numbers look good. I mean, he's 6th in strokes gained tee to green, 7th in ball striking. He's 11th on approach. He's 6th in DraftKings points. So, maybe there's something there. A couple other here. So here's the darling. Here's the darling of the show, I think. And I can't believe that he's only $9,100.
I know. I agree. Yeah.
I think it's Max Homa. I think this course probably looks, I think it sets up really well for him. I think that how can you argue? He's ranked 1st in strokes gained total. He's ranked 5th off the tee. He's 7th in short game. He's where's he at? He's 39th in approach, I guess, maybe, if you want to say there's something that, but yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. I think it's Homa for me in the $9,000 range. And then I think I am going to lean back to Sungjae. And I know what I said I wasn't going to do in the $10,000 range, I just did in the $9,000 range. But I think this is a case where you probably ought to eat the chalk. I mean, Hovland's going to be traveling back. I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, he finished, what did he finish? 4th, T4.
Yeah.
At 5th at the Zozo. Fitzpatrick, maybe. I mean, he's been playing in the DP World Tour. So, there's, I think Rory has too, though, hadn't he? Or I don't know if Rory has.
I think a little bit. Yeah. I think a little bit. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm with you. I think Homa, I think Sungjae, I don't like the approach of some of these guys, right? I mean, that's kind of drawing it back, right? And the ownership.
What's Burns been up to? T30, T24, T19.
Decent.
It's a long
good, but for that price point, decent.
It's a long time ago. Yeah, I'm probably a fade on Burns. What's his ownership is 10%. Yeah, I'm probably a fade on Burns in this range.
Okay. $9,000. No, $8,000 range. $8,000
range. So here's who is there's a lot of interesting stuff.
Oh, here you go. This is where you're going to start your lineup right here.
Lots of interesting things happening. Joo-Hyun Kim. If you look at the last 12 rounds,
Tom. Yes.
No.
Tom. Yes, Tom.
Oh, it is Tom Kim. It is Tom Kim. Yeah. Last 12 rounds. Why do they do this to us? Why are they mess us up all the time? This ain't the Kim I want to talk about. Never mind. He looks good. He's been playing a lot. He's been traveling a lot. I'm fading Tom Kim.
Okay.
Joo-Hyun Kim's a fade for me all day long.
All right.
Just below him, that's a play all day long for me. Now, here's the thing. Spieth can get a little squirrely off the tee, without a doubt. And I don't know that this course is going to fare really extremely well if you're not hitting fairways. But I think you roll. I think it's I mean, he just got done with a hot pickleball match. His new boy, his new bra.
Mm-hmm.
Scottie Scheffler he's going to be there. That they may be staying together. They may be bunked up together.
Oh,
I don't know. That's if you know if Scheffler and Spieth, they're look at initials. The last initial matches. I mean, it could be S squared. They could do like a little S combined together, and it could be like a little thing. But there's all kinds of stuff that could be happening here. I mean, I bet JT is beside himself.
I bet he is.
So I like Spieth here. I think this place sets up really well for Cameron Young. I like Cam here. I like Tara Hatton here. I think that's another solid play. I believe he was fourth here the last time they played. Hey, hold on. Our friends at Fantasy National, they'll tell us. Actually, he was T2. And if he
right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Not opening up with a 71 looks pretty good for Tara Hatton. So I think that's a play.
Do you think the Zozo with the pond, that could be a challenge getting over there? No. Okay.
I don't think so.
It was the first time he played in a while, so it's not like he's been playing every week, right? So
yeah. So, but I mean, think about it. You got Spieth at 11%. You got Cam Young. Cam Young's probably that. So Cam Young, I guess, becomes the fade for me at 19 when I can get Hatton for 12, and one more. And you probably got a few. I think this is a Taylor Montgomery course. I mean, he looks really good last 12 rounds. Second in strokes gained total. Oh, Dixie.
Oh boy.
She got excited. Dixie likes Montgomery too. Go ahead on Dixie. Tell them about it. Second strokes gained total. Third off the tee. First in putting. First in DraftKings points. I just found my one and done also. I think this is rookie just coming off of the Korn Ferry Tour. Taylor freaking Montgomery's week. I think it's his week. People aren't that familiar with this place. It ain't a regular stop on the PGA Tour. So why couldn't it be?
Was Dixie singing Midnight in Montgomery? Is that a better song? Is that a better song than the other one we talked about earlier?
It's much better. Much better. Yeah. I do love, I love a good Alan Jackson number. I can tell you that.
No, I'm with you there. I think, for me, Hatton, Spieth, those are the ones that kind of pop out at you. I can't fade Tom Kim. He's been playing way too well. But I'm with you all around here. So I think we should start here when we do our lineup here in a minute.
I do too. $7,000 range. Hey, I wish I wouldn't have played it. I just said it. I didn't just say it, but earlier I said, I wish I wouldn't have already used him. Emiliano Grillo is going to win. And that's one that I've already placed a bet on. We'll talk about bets in a minute. I like, I'll just give you a couple. You got some people you want to talk about, I'm sure. I like Emiliano Grillo, Aaron Wise. Get lots of good things coming from him. Hoagie is on a bit of talk about a hot streak. And then, there's so many. Go ahead. I think I could talk about almost everybody. Okay.
Putnam and Hoagie for me.
I don't know. Putnam
not long enough.
Coming off that. Now I don't know how Putnam travels. So that might be a little bit of a
Fowler.
I think I've already bet him. I think I got him at plus 5,000. I've already bet Fowler.
And it took me an hour to figure out his name wasn't Buck.
I know. I'm finally like, shit, I guess I better just look up Fowler because I definitely can't find Bucky anywhere on this damn thing.
How are they misspelling his name?
I mean, it's like, it's got to start with a B. I mean, how do you pronounce Bucky without a B? I mean, for crying out loud. Yeah. So, I mean, I've absolutely bet Fowler. Henley, I think is another guy. And I think I'll stop at that one. I mean, that's, there's plenty more, but I think as long as, and I think you start to kind of slice up ownership. So, okay. So I can already see Cam Davis at 15%. That's probably a fade for me, even though this should be, this is an Australian Sand Belt course, right, in South Carolina. So should be a Cam Davis kind of course. But no, I'm thinking it's Bucky for me. I'm thinking it's Aaron Wise. It's definitely going to be Griot. Straka is another one that's could be kind of interesting here.
Yep.
I mean, do you get off Stallings at this point? I mean, no. I don't know why you would.
Nope. Those approach numbers are not looking too good for Stallings. He plays much better than that with the approach. We know he does. So he'll get that in shape for sure.
68. Yeah. 8th around the green, 29th in putting. Yeah. I don't know if there's anybody else in the $7,000 range that really sticks out. I mean, Kitayama just linked that. I mean, he could be. Oh, here's my guy. Here's who I thought I was talking about earlier, but I wasn't. Sungjae Im.
That's the guy. Yeah.
At $7,100. Everything looks really 4th in strokes gained total, 24 tee to green, 14th off the tee, 28th in approach, 5th in putting, 3rd in DraftKings points. What's Kim's ownership going to be?
9.6.
Give me 2. Hey, Utah, give me 2. Give me 2. All day long, baby. All day long. I'm taking some SH. I think it goes by SH Kim. I think that's what he goes by.
There you go. All right. $7,000.
All right. That was a $7,000 range.
$6,000 range. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. If you're going to drink with me, you're going to have to make it a double and keep up. Yeah. So Kisner, I mean, maybe could be. Let's see.
South Carolina.
Did. You hammer down. I'm going to see what Kisner.
South Carolina, 3% owned, 65 model ranked, off the tee 75th, on approach 49th, 8th putting. BMW was last time we saw him play at T48, FedEx St. Jude T20. It's a gamble there.
The last time we saw Kisner at Congaree on the PGA Tour at the Palmetto Championship, he scored a 72-72 for a final miscut.
Yeah, I thought so.
And I think he's a brand ambassador down there.
Oh, wow.
Or a course ambassador, or whatever they call it. I think he's one of those like wink, wink. You're a member. Come on in.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of really cool things with coaching kids and lots of good stuff happening down there. So, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to go there. And you know the reason I brought him up because of the South Carolina tie. It could be a thing.
100%. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah, miscut down there. I don't know. Davis Riley, maybe I can get there. Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
It just seems like something that, the numbers don't necessarily, off the tee, he's ranked 27th. He's plenty long. I don't know. He may be like, I think a DFS play or maybe like a top 20, maybe top 10. If I'm feeling really, really good about it. Here's the guy. So
I think I'm on it too. I'm on it too.
So there's a run.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about Palmer, even though he's played well here in the past.
I was thinking Webb Simpson, like South Carolina, like you definitely kind of a second shot kind of course, right? Yeah, right.
So Simpson at $6,700. I don't know that I've seen that since I've actually followed DraftKings or live golf betting. I don't know that that's been a thing. I definitely don't like him to win the course. I think he's missed his last 2 cuts. Or he's missed a cut in his last 2 entries. Yeah, missed Fortinet. We'll leave it at missed Fortinet. Yeah, I don't know. I still think there's something going on with Weber. Other than $6,700 looks real attractive.
So does 3.6% projected ownership.
But at that, I'm dropping straight to Trey Mullinex.
Okay.
I mean, Trey Mullinex ranks. He looks really, really good here, even though he also missed the cut at Sanderson and missed the cut at Fortinet. But I mean, this may be a gambler. I mean, this could be like a top 20 or something for me. I mean, look at this last 12 rounds, 17 strokes gained total, second tee to green. He's fourth on approach, and he's 10th in DraftKings points. Yeah. This is a no cut event. He will be playing on the weekend. If he can give me those approach numbers,
yeah,
and if he can give me off the tee and approach at that, yeah. I don't need Trey Mullinex to win the friggin' golf tournament.
Well, what did Harris English do the last time he played here? Did he play in that tournament? He might not have, but he was healthy then.
Hold on, and I'll tell you. Hold on, oh boy. No, you're thinking of the one.
No, I was just asking if he played there because he was healthy then. Yeah.
He did. He finished 14th.
Yeah. Okay.
And here's another one. Outside of the 74, he had 3 sub 70 rounds and no free advertising. By the way, we'd like one of your drivers. Shot a 74 on Sunday.
Okay, that could be a play right there because he knows the course. And if you look at his last couple of rounds, T28 at Shriners, missed a cut at Sanderson, T9 at Fortinet. He's coming off the injury, and we know the pedigree of this guy. And if he's played well here before, that could be a sleeper right there.
He's close. Yeah, English maybe. I think so. Here's the thing: if you're thinking like, okay, who am I going with? That's a salty veteran and can get it done, and you give me Simpson or you give me English. I think I'm going English. Yeah. I'm with you. I think I'm going English all day long because I think English is over his injury. I don't know what's happening with Simpson. I think there still could be something there. The other guy at $6,700 that I wanted to mention was JJ Spawn.
Yep.
JJ Spawn's been playing pretty good, and I think that's probably a good lean at 3% ownership. T25, T15 in his last 2 outings. I'll take it. I mean, you give me that at $6,700. I'm not pissed off at you.
I mean, we can almost start a lineup: JJ Spawn, Harris English, and then go from there.
Okay. I don't. Who else do you need to talk about? Lee Hodges
down here. I don't need anybody else anymore.
Okay. All right.
After that,
all right. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Midnight in Montgomery.
Oh yeah. I mean, any song that mentions a whippoorwill, I'm always stoked about it. Always stoked about a song with a whippoorwill in the verses.
Who do you want to go with first?
Well, you just said you wanted to go with
Harris.
I don't know, Harris or Spawn. You pick it.
Let's go with Harris. Okay, then it's up to you.
Well, I mean, you said you want to do Spawn, so
you don't have to go both of those guys. If you want to do Mullinex instead, we can do Mullinex.
Ooh, Mullinex does look better on here. I just don't know. No, I like JJ Spawn better than I like Mullinex, even though the numbers look better. Even though, and I went straight to Mullinex. All right, so now I want to go to. I think we got to get on the Spieth train. I think Montgomery all day long. All right, so we got 2 spots left, and we got $9,900. So we can play this. We can play this a couple ways. If you're playing the chalk, and what we've seen is, I mean, I guess last week at Zozo, not necessarily, but what do you think about Homa? Do you think Homa stays on the? You think he stays on the path, or is that I don't know.
If we take Homa, we can get Scheffler.
Do you think this is a Scheffler kind of place?
Who did we talk about earlier? We talked about Scheffler and Rory were the 2 guys up there, right?
Cam Young. What about Hatton? Who's low ownership? I'm going to kind of go contrarian here and see if we can throw like a wrench in this thing. We didn't even talk about Decky, but I don't know if this.
I don't know about Decky coming here. He's probably
He
gonna win.
has
He'll
won-
win. He'll win.
He has won a I think he won last year's CJ Cup, didn't he?
That was Rory
Oh, yeah.
defending.
No, never mind. I don't know. You talk to me. Talk to me, Daddy.
Well, who do we want? Okay, who do you want in the $10,000 range?
Well, let's go there. I mean, can you argue with Rory McIlory?
Let's throw him in there. Let's throw him in there. Okay, if we go him,
and now we're at $8,700. We can go Cam Young. We can go Terrell Hatton. We can go Sahith Theegala.
I'm thinking Young or Hatton, probably, right?
Yeah, me too. You pick.
Let's go over here. It's a national.
So Keegan's numbers are vastly skewed because of what happened this weekend.
He was 5th at Sanderson too.
He's been playing good. I'm not arguing that. No, I don't. Yeah,
we can't go Keegan this week because there's no back-to-back. Yeah,
no.
I think we got played so well here last time.
I think we got to go Hatton.
Yeah, he's second here last time.
We got to go Hatton.
We got $200 to spare.
200 on the table, and market it zero, Donnie. Market it zero. Let's see. Okay, so we're good there. Now you've completely fucked me up, and I have no idea what I'm going to do for a one and done.
Neither do I. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Let's see. So last week, let's see. We say so. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I have mentioned it before. So I got a guy. I can't say the name of the company, but we may have a one and done. If we get a one and done together, and we're going to invite people to play in the one and done, we're going to reset our one and done. We can still keep this one. I don't want to keep this one going. We'll just kill this one, and we'll restart at the calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
That's fine. Yep.
All right. You owe me a bottle of liquor. I'll take Midwinter Night's Dram.
Sounds good. Send
it my way.
Done.
Okay, so you had Tommy Fleetwood last week. He got you $22,000. I had Sungjae Im. He got me $65,000. I really wasted him. Griot. Wasted Griot using him with the Shriners and getting me 15,000. Ricky Fowler. I don't know. I did bet him outright this week because who knows? I mean, this could be. This to me seems like it could be a Ricky Fowler kind of setup too. So I don't know. We'll see. But all right, you're up for.
No, I want you to go first. You go first.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Give me Tyler. Give me Montgomery. Midnight Montgomery.
Okay, you want Montgomery.
Give me Midnight Montgomery.
All right, Montgomery for you. Let's see if I chose these. I already chose Molinix. Sungjae already chose. It's gonna be rough.
You wasted Molinix too. I got a feeling.
I know. At the time, where else you gonna choose him? Turn the camera on.
Let's throw another shrimp on the bobby.
Give me. I'll take Grillo. Give me Grillo.
Yeah, that's a good play. It's actually a really good play.
Considering he probably won't be here by the end of the season. He's gonna be playing for LIV, right?
He's going to be gone. Bucky's going to be gone.
Yep.
And because I don't know if we maybe talked about this earlier, but you know, Bucky's just waiting. So Bucky got an offer.
100% got an offer.
If you think he didn't get an offer,
no way.
No friggin' way. He got an offer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was the offer that he thought he deserved or that he was willing to settle for. Because I don't think Bucky's hurting for cash. And I think they threw an ultimatum out. What do you think?
I do. I think they told him, well, Bucky, I think this is a fair offer right now. You can come over right now, or you can get your FedEx points or your OWGR points up, and then we can revisit this sometime mid 2023.
Ooh, listen to this. I agree. I agree with you. Listen to this. So you've seen all the rage. I don't know if they have them in North Carolina. I've been up there in a hot minute, but what's popping up all over the U.S. are these Bucky's. I want to call it a truck stop, but it's more like a Bucky's.
Oh, you're right. I've
family
seen some
center.
Of those.
Yeah. It's got the beaver and like you go inside. You got barbecue. There's like it ain't a Subway. It's like a legitimate friggin' the Korean pulled into this damn Buc-ee's on the way to Tennessee one day.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she whipped her ass in there.
Yes.
And when we got back in the car and pulled out of there, I said, don't you ever whip my ass into a Buc-ee's again. Like, I mean, this could be,
This is it.
You got the, so think of the team names. You got like the Stump Knockers and the Thadwicks and the Flashers and the Heaters and all the the Bashers and the Ballers. I mean, you could have the Buc-ee's.
You've got to be kidding me.
You could have the Buc-ee's.
Look at that. Look at that.
This is immediate sponsorship right here. And they could have the little beaver as their mascot. So like
100%.
The Bucky Beaver could be at every LIV tournament at the pickleball court.
The Saudis would love this.
I mean, it could be a thing. Could be a thing.
It's 100% a thing.
I mean, I don't know why he's not. I don't know why Bucky's isn't already sponsoring Bucky.
It's true. It's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, that's that one's a little beyond me. All right, so like, let me throw a couple of. Let me see what I bet on this week randomly, haphazardly. I did bet Emiliano Grillo outright at. Where's he at? Where you at, Grillo? 66 plus 6,600. I did bet Ricky Fowler at plus 6,600. I also bet. I bet Hindley at plus 10,000. And I better leave it at that. It's going to sound like I've got a problem. And other than my drinking problem. So actually, it's not a problem yet. Sorry. So what else is happening?
I heard the White Lotus is coming back on pretty soon. That's going to be fun.
Ooh.
You liked that one, didn't you? Did you watch that one last year?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
The HBO show about the hotel, the resort in Hawaii, and there was a murder, and they're trying to figure out who did it and all that kind of stuff.
No, what is this on?
HBO. HBO. It was on HBO last year.
And it's called The White Lotus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should go watch the season 1. And then it's coming
All
up again here pretty soon, I think I've heard. Yeah.
So I'll go check that out. What have we been watching? Nothing. What we said, that Dahmer thing. I don't know. The Korean had it on, and I'm like, not really my cup of tea. But I'll sit over here and do random stuff on the phone and pretend like I'm participating in their event. What else were we watching? It just finished up C. Did you watch that yet? Did you get into that one?
You were talking about it. I haven't gotten into it. So you said it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Season finale. Just you can just blow right through it now. No issues. I mean, it's good. It's like if you like Mad Max kind of thing, it's good. Like if you're a Mad Max kind of person, then that's good. Yeah. Not Mel Gibson. Not Mel Gibson. We do no hate crimes on this show. None.
I do want to watch that new Sly show that's coming out, I think this month or next month. Yeah.
November. They started releasing that. They released that months ago, man.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, that little mafia Sly show. I think that one's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've been there's a new Star Wars thing out. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, we've got Andor, I think maybe. Andor.
It's called Andor.
Andor.
Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it. But yeah, I'm not really into a lot of stuff out right now, but I think there's some stuff coming out here, next couple weeks. It's going to be good. So
you mean like Jonah Hill portraying John Daly?
That's going to be good.
It is going to be. Do you think Daly makes a cameo in it?
Oh, that would be good. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, if they're, I mean, I imagine they're going to run through like a time sequence kind of thing. You got to get back to the
kid
Buick Championship with with Tiger down at Callaway Gardens kind of thing. And if you get to you get Daly without the beard, and then you get a cameo of like an old Daly, like giving him some advice as he's kind of walking off the tee or something. Hey kid, quit smoking those reds and switch the lights.
Exactly. Yeah, so we didn't talk about it, but the South Tour, the Champions Tour was here in Raleigh, sat in Cary this last week, and old Freddie took home the title -20, -14.
He shoot like a 58 or 59 or something, or
60, a 60. Yeah. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, trying to shoot his age out there.
Oh yeah. So looks like Miguel was 5th. Yeah. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. I saw VJ trolling Bryson on Twitter as well with the whole rope thing.
Was he? I mean, I didn't see. Oh, VJ's place is for sale, by the way. His Hawaiian compound.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's 23 million or something like that. I'm like, that'd be lovely. It's just not very convenient. Like to get back and forth.
It's not convenient. You know, if the interest rates would come down a little bit with the Fed, so maybe we could talk to Jay Powell a little bit about it. We could make with Birdie's Merba HQ out there,
It's just not convenient. I mean, the timing's going to be off on everything. I mean,
it'd have to come down a lot on the interest rates.
It's not going to be convenient. It's not going to be convenient. Did have a nice setup out there though.
I wonder what it would be like for the Zozo though. We probably could see the Zozo in nearly real time, right? Like without having to stay up all night,
Yeah, I mean, with a good glass, you could probably just like watch it out the window. Watch it out the window.
Some binoculars and a Mai Tai.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So there you have it. We got a lot of fun things planned and coming up. As I mentioned, we're heading to Bandon Dunes.
When is that?
It's the first week in December.
No, that's not too far away, like 5-6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. I started looking up, and it's like, shit, it looks like it's going to be cold and it's probably going to rain. Remember when we played Pinehurst in like, I don't know.
It's in November. It was the week before Thanksgiving last year.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. The week before. Yeah. Week before Thanksgiving.
It was fun. It was fun.
Well, I think we're getting a dose of that in at Bandon, but I'm excited about it. I've already I got some pretty good rain. Well, I've got some good rain gear. So, but I've already kind of started assembling my Go Pack.
So for the audience, in case for the listeners, Cal really isn't affected that much by cold weather. We haven't figured it out yet.
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
I always have my rag proper flask on hand and ready at all times. What else is coming up? So Tattersall, we had to reschedule. So I got to get back with Tattersall for he said he can fix that patented over the top move I've got, that like that hacking over the top wrist flippy thing. He said he's going to be able to fix that. I don't know. We'll see if he can or not. I think he can. I mean, he seems like a professional. I don't,
if anybody can, he can. Yeah.
That's
anybody
know. That's exactly. And that's what he said. He's like that. He said, I got this. He said, we'll take care of it. So that'll be a good one. I want to get there before I had to abandon though. That's going to, it's going to help. What else is happening? We got to get the Wahlberg on, Rare Bird 101. Got to get him on. We had to reschedule that one. And we got plenty more distilleries coming on, and we'll be doing some sampling.
It's that time of the year.
It is that time of the year that we
the
should
other
probably...
thing we need to do is start getting our our Christmas list together, or our recommendations for the holidays, right?
Ooh, that's a good
Remember last year we did that. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Have you gotten any new, better golf cart speakers? Or is your setup still the same?
So I do, but I got it. So my speaker is from Johnny O.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me rephrase. It's Johnny O branded.
Okay.
Now this came with the 100-hole hike that we did a few months ago, because we got like, kind of a gift bag, swag bag, whatever you want to call it. And it came with it, but I'm pretty sure it's the JBL Boom. So I'm toting that around for the most part. But like when I go to Bandon carrying the bag, like I'll just put the JBL speaker on there. So somebody, I was reading these lists about, we may need to do like a list, and I don't know how to do a list because I haven't been there, but I can do a list of what I'm going to take. But some people are like, oh yeah, speaker, you just listen to nature and the sounds and everything that surrounds Bandon Dunes on the Pacific coast. I'm like, well, I mean, the music ain't going to be that fucking loud. I'll be able to hear all that shit, but I may want a little music too. Yeah. I mean, I just walked 10 miles, bud. And who knows how many strokes I took. Like I need something a little uplifting. Okay. It's like a marathon.
Whose caddy quit to become a shuttle driver out there? Was it Bryson's or? I think it was Bryson's, right? No.
Now I'll have to go back. I gotta figure out where we heard that at. I remember it.
Oh, yeah.
But I gotta figure out where we heard that at.
Yeah.
I need to get his number actually. Just get him set up as our permanent shuttle driver for the trip.
Well, that and just, get some good stories, right? I think it was Bryson's.
Oh, yes, it was for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Bryson's caddy. Absolutely. It was. Yeah. We got to get that guy on.
DeChambeau crowd. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It was Bryson's for sure. Yeah. So should be fun.
Tim Tucker.
Yep. I think, yeah. So other than that, I think I'll be playing in Tennessee this weekend. Unfortunately not Sweetens Cove. Well, you never know. I may drop in to see those guys. They screwed up and gave me a open invitation.
Yeah,
that'll teach them a lesson
for sure. Sure, I'm surprised it hasn't been canceled yet.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. Maybe just show up.
Yeah, maybe it's not a thing. Dan, wrap us up, man. What you got?
Cal going to Sweetens Cove is like high fidelity when John Cusack says, "I hired these guys for part-time work. I fired them all, and they just kept showing up," or something like that.
Exactly.
No, cheers, man. Good stuff. Fun week coming up. This is a big time tournament. It's a good field. I like this field. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Good luck to the CJ Cup. If you take any of our recommendations, let us know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. By the way, could have new glasses on the way to you. If you don't want to leave it on YouTube, leave it on the podcast platform that you're listening to. Go to Instagram at birdies_bourbon. Tell me what your favorite course is at Bandon, and I don't know, maybe you'll get a travel Glencairn. Not this one. It's breakable. Till next